Hello, this is Life of T-Man. It's Tuesday. It's Jaden. Wowee. This week it's school and teachers. So I'm gonna talk. I just graduated high school, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about how kind of high school worked for me, relative to school and teachers, and then maybe I'll talk about what I'm thinking about college will be like because I'm leaving in September for college, and then I will try and give advice. So this may be fairly long. Forewarning to all of y'all. So, fixes my eyebrows. Like I said, I just graduated high school. I actually started freshman year at a new school in a completely new state with a completely new family, and I had a chance to start a new identity. At first, no one really knew that I was trans. I had a couple friends who did, and that was about it. And they would kind of correct teachers, and some of the teachers were receptive, and a lot of the teachers didn't know. But slowly, I came out, and most of the teachers at my high school, um, at least tried to be accepting. And I mean, I started off using the name Jade, which is short for Jaden. Straight off the bat, from day one, I did not want. It wasn't even about being trans quite yet. Even though I already knew I was still figuring myself out. So I just wanted a new identity at first because of everything that happened while I lived in Montana under my birth name and all that fun stuff. So from day one, I was Jade. Jaden came a little later, after people told me Jade wasn't a guy's name, even if it's unisex. I was tired of being made fun of, so I changed it. Sorry, I'm trying. I just wanted you to know it's not cold source, is it? It's crazy. Um, so I did that, and slowly, it started off with my friend Michaela. She was correcting. I remember the first teacher who responded well was, she left after my freshman year, but her name was Miss Weber, and she was our science teacher. She was pretty great. Um, After that, we had a lot of new teachers who were actually really great teachers. We got a new science teacher, a new English teacher, two new math teachers, and a new music teacher my junior year. And all these people were incredibly accepting of the community. In fact, our new writing and literature teacher is the teacher founder of the GSA, and he's the one who kind of is the adult of the club. He makes sure he's trying to make it student led, but all these new teachers were really receptive and accepting and amazing people. And I don't without a lot, especially a few of their acceptance, I wouldn't have found the strength to continue coming out, and without the help of my friends. My school, I went to a really small one. If you know anything about A sizes, in Oregon, 1A would be the smallest size, and 4 or 5, 6A is the largest size. And we were a 3A who almost dropped down to a 2A. We're fairly small, population of like 6,000 for my town. A good number of that is the prison we have. We have the state penitentiary and all that fun junk. I think it's like a low grade prison. Not big offenders or like murderers or anything, thank God. Um, but it was a really small school, and it was bigger than my old school, but I did not expect much acceptance there. But it was really crazy, and um, a lot of people were more accepting than I expected. Um, I wasn't sure of how the administration, mainly talking about the higher ups like the principal and such, were going to react if I asked for things like playing on the baseball team or things like that. So I didn't. And I stopped playing softball after my junior year, though I was playing girls sports, and I was scared to ask for what I rightfully deserved. After starting my junior year, I changed in the boys' bathroom, instead of the girls' locker room. I couldn't go. I wasn't gonna ask to go in the guys' locker room. Um, but I changed in the guys' bathroom in the gym, and then I started using the staff bathroom my senior year. But it was the staff women's bathroom it was only because you needed a key to get into the men's staff bathroom. not because they were invalidating my identity. I was almost having panic attacks from going into the bathroom. I really screwed up my bladder my sophomore year when I stopped wanting to use it. Um, so I just talked to administration. There was a big thing when I was trying to be a cheerleader. Originally, I wanted to be a mascot. I ended up being a cheerleader, but I wanted to be a male cheerleader, obviously, and wear the male uniform. And there was a big thing about competition. I never even did competition. To go co-ed, we'd had to increase, but the school was willing to try and figure things out for me, um, and they were very open and receptive, which is really hard to find in a small town. Now they weren't 100%, but I mean, progress is progress, and it's amazing what my school did for me. So that's great. Um, for college, I mean, I was misgendered quite a bit when I went to the orientation, um, which was surprising. But I'll be another couple months on T by the time I have move-in day. I'll be like 4 months and then a week on T. So hopefully, because I'm going through another voice drop, my voice has been cracking. That'll be good. I'm going to Oregon State University, so if you're a trans guy who's going there, or like, just going there and you're not a terrible person, hit me up. I'm always willing to meet new people, and there's a lot of resources for LGBT people. I heard that I haven't looked into it. My friend sent me a link to the O-STEM club, and she says for people like me, we have a pride center. There's all sorts of stuff like that. When I said I identified as male, when I was looking for a roommate, they automatically started trying to roommate with guys, which was a little scary because I don't want to get hurt. There's still concern about that. I'm fairly sure that the teachers are going to be receptive. My class is going to be so large, especially my freshman year, that I'm not too worried about pronouns or like that junk. And I mean, I'm on testosterone. It's not going to be as big of a problem. I'll probably get my gender marker changed fairly soon, so that'll be even less of a problem. So, advice, and wow, this is getting really long. I'm sorry, but advice. School's been really awesome. I have a friend. He is also trans, and I'm not gonna out him without his permission online. Um, but I mean, he was out to all the teachers. He wasn't originally out to his family, but now I guess his mom is super accepting. Uh, he made sure all the teachers knew, while in school, call me this. He's having a lot harder time finding acceptance at the school, and I'm not 100% why, but I think it's because he didn't start from day one, and he went to middle school with everyone. So there was already a reputation behind his birth name and all that stupid junk. So, um, basically, I lost my train of thought. Trans people. Oh, if you're going to high school and like you're not out to your family, you can talk to teachers and maybe they'll be accepting, but make sure they, use your birth name and your well, your other pronouns that you don't want to use, um, in front of your family so that you're safe and you aren't outed. Talk to administration. Find someone accepting within the faculty and staff, and you got your in. I started off with the guy who started running the GSA. He just talked to me and my girlfriend for a bit, and he thought we were a couple of lesbians, and he was telling us how brave we were, and I was like, actually, I mean, it's even 10 times harder because I'm trans. He's like, oh, wow. He's like, okay, cool. And then, yeah, and he was my biggest supporter, and just slowly more and more and more support. Um, Teachers advocating for me and helping me out and being awesome, as well as my friends. So find someone, anyone, um, find a teacher you trust, um, and find a safe space. It's really important, especially in high school, where it's the hardest. You can't get to hormones or whatever. Um, you might not have accepting family. You need to find a safe space somewhere where you can be safe, and because the suicide rate is so high, and I care about all of you. So take care of yourself, find a safe space, and find someone to talk to. The same goes for college. There's almost, I mean, unless you're going to a Christian college, I don't know really how Christian colleges work, but most colleges nowadays have some sort of LGBT center. So find that, find somewhere, find the community, and get yourself safe. Have a support group. Support groups are the most important thing in school. Because school can be hard, especially like I don't know about college yet. I can't really talk for that, but for high school it can be hard. So find a support group, find a safe space. Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys with that. This is like an over 10-minute video. I apologize for that. I wish I could edit it, but I can't. So I hope you all have a stellar week until next week, and don't forget there's a Q&A video coming up in, roughly, I don't know, 6 weeks, as a guesstimation. So ask questions of all of us. Really, I don't think I was told that there's any specifications, so they can be about us, I guess, or, stuff in general. I will answer anything and I'll even say the question even if I'm not going to answer it, and I'll explain why. So, peace out, guys.